J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk, as well as one other surprise entrant to this story, have been named in a cyberbullying lawsuit filed in France by, and I'll just really emphasize this because I know it'll bother the right, Olympic gold medalist Imane Khelif. So it claims that the 25-year-old was the victim of misogynistic, racist, and sexist cyberbullying. And as I allude to, those two individuals who certainly did a lot of it, J.K. Rowling kind of like led the charge on one of the first openly transphobic campaigns against a person who's not trans and never has been. But anyway, it's not just them. Donald Trump could also be a part of this investigation, apparently.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
So let's run through a couple of lowlights of this. J.K. Rowling posted a picture from Khelif's fight with Angela Carini, the Italian boxer, and wrote, "The smirk of a male who knows he's protected by a misogynist sporting establishment, enjoying the distress of a woman he's just punched in the head, and whose life's ambition he's just shattered." In another tweet, she said, "I don't claim Khelif is trans. My objection, and that of many others, is to male violence against women becoming an Olympic sport." So look, J.K. Rowling has an absolutely broken brain, and so it's hard to know exactly what she's trying to achieve in that last part. Some people might say that that's her attempt at the closest she can possibly come to acknowledging that she was obviously horrendously wrong in labeling Imane Khelif as a trans person, and just saying, no, I was making a general claim about male violence. No, you captioned a picture of Imane Khelif and said a male. What's more likely in that last bit is she's not claiming that Khelif is trans. She's just claiming that she was born a biological male and has always been a male, which is even more deranged than what J.K. Rowling had already been saying, but is hardly outside of the realm of possibility for her. Again, her brain is fundamentally broken. But it's not just her. Musk, who owns Twitter, where much of this defamation took place. And look, again, not a lawyer, but this is willfully incorrect information being used maliciously in an organized campaign against an individual. Kind of feels like defamation might be a part of that. So shared a post from Riley Gaines, the US swimmer who got like 5th in a race where she was beaten by a bunch of cis women and one trans woman, and has made that in her entire life and personality, said, quote, "Men don't belong in women's sports," and added absolutely. So that's Elon Musk saying absolutely to that mischaracterization. Meanwhile, Donald Trump posted a picture from the fight accompanied by the message, "I will keep men out of women's sports." And oh, by the way, he has been referencing Khelif in all of his stump speeches ever since then, just stating that she transitioned from a boxer into a man or something like that. But this is all, we're a week and a half from when this was debunked. Every one of them knows that this is untrue, but they are spreading it knowingly, maliciously to damage the reputation of a public figure. So look, they're wealthy and they're powerful, Sharon, so they'll probably end up being fine, but it seems like they're committing repeated acts of defamation. So it'll be interesting if there maybe could be some consequences. But what do you think?
I hope there's consequences, and they are. They're doing it, and they're just not good people. They're getting up in the morning and saying, how can I be more devilish than the day before? And it really sucks because, when you think about J.K. and her massive, audience with her books that turned into movies and capturing the minds of so many millions of children and adults too, turning into this angry, ignorant thing, this entity that she's decided to hang her whole hat on. It's so gross. Elon, par for the course, okay? I hope they both pay. They've got a lot of money. And so it's not gonna stop them probably, and it's not gonna stop the harm they're doing. But we have to have some way of punishing this kind of intolerance.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, we have a couple of other legal challenges to Donald Trump and Elon Musk to get to, but I just want to throw this out. And I know the vast majority of you watching this will probably know, but what I love about this is J.K. Rowling, her entire theory on the sports thing is, so you have these men and they, to do better in a field, pretend to be something else. And meanwhile, when she publishes her adult mystery novels, she goes by the name Robert Galbraith. She pretends to be a man because she thinks it'll help her in that particular genre. Which, by the way, I don't even think that's true. I think women sell way more of those books, you dumb doink. But anyway, that's what she does. So again, the projection is just so thick that they're ladling it on. Anyway, really quickly, Trump and Musk are facing other legal threats. As we referenced yesterday on the show, the UAW has filed labor charges against Trump and Musk over their recent Twitter interview, during which Mr. Trump described Mr. Musk as the greatest cutter of workers. He claimed Mr. Musk has responded to striking workers by saying, "That's okay, you're all gone. You're fired" would have been an easier reference. I don't know why he didn't go. Does he not know his own catchphrase? Mr. Musk, the billionaire leader of Tesla and SpaceX, laughed in response, but did not directly address the remark before the president changed the topic. Maybe he didn't agree with it, but he doesn't have the 1 or 2 atoms of a testicle necessary to actually disagree with Donald Trump during the interview, so he just laughed. He laughed, and Trump celebrated the fact that he fired striking workers because both of them hate workers. They despise people who work for their wage. Never forget it. And on top of that, Democratic PAC filed an FEC complaint over Trump and Musk's interview, claiming that it's a violation of campaign finance law. I don't know if I'm buying that. I mean, different platforms do interviews. This was much more of a campaign commercial than any other actual interview would be. It was very clear that he was doing this because he wants Donald Trump to get elected. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there, but any quick thought about that?
I think it's difficult to even try to read into the mind of Elon or Donald Trump. I just prefer to call it's a rambling missives of nonsense. It's just nonsense. But the more he can get sued for it, the better. I think if he's tied up in court, both of them, frankly, that's better for all mankind.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that really sucks is, they could end up getting fined a ton of money. What do they care? I mean, Elon Musk willingly set fire to like $20 billion on Twitter just so he could have right-wing grifters like applaud his every time he posts like a crying, laughing face or whatever. And so I don't think that he's gonna particularly hurt from this. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.